can only imagine the atrocities committed against the Jews during World War II in Germany and Poland, but I can say they will never be forgotten. We ask how such horror could happen because of a person's belief, because to me there was no rhyme or reason for Hitler's actions other than he thought the Jews were an inferior people. Not only did he feel they were inferior, he did not like the way they worshipped or the fact that they did not believe as he and his followers did. During this time, Hitler used propaganda to garner support and loyalty among the German public in favor of his campaign against races other than the Aryan. This propaganda said that the Aryan race was culturally superior to their neighbors, which is like saying today that one so-called race is superior to another, which is not true, although many people still feel as though one race is superior, which to me makes them no better than the Nazi were. The Nazi persecuted many innocent people during this time. Although Jews were the primary targets, they were not the only groups deemed a threat to Hitler's concept of a master race. He also targeted gypsies, Afro-Germans, homosexuals, and the mentally ill. Pretty much anyone who is not like Hitler himself. As history books showed us, during Hitler's reign, hundreds of Jewish people were packed in boxcars and shipped to concentration camps set up all over Germany, where there was the constant threat of the gas and death chambers hanging over them. As we all know, these were not just adults, but they also included babies, young children, and teens. Such things as these never should have been allowed to occur, much less to the extent that they did. This occurrence of genocide is beyond any that I could ever imagine today, although it still happens around the world, just not to this extent. Although there were some more fortunate Jews that were able to escape this nightmare, they were still in constant fear of being found hiding, along with fearing for the lives of those who were helping them. Later, these non-Jewish people who risked their lives doing all they could to help the Jews were recognized for their heroic stand and support of the Jewish people. By the end of World War II, an estimated 5 million people, in addition to the 6 million Jews, had been systematically and mercilessly murdered. This act of genocide is something that did and will bring for many years the constant remembrance of how thoughtless and violent a people can be. We can ask ourselves again how such horrors could have happened because of a person's religion or race and still be happening today.